What's going on, guys? King Shrats here, back into the video on the channel, and today we went to Halal, guys. They dropped some new menu items. I was just cruising to different apps like I always do, and I noticed that they had some chicken shawarma, which is not normally on their menu, so I decided to try it out both in a Euro and in the platter. Also, they have a jalapeno hummus, which I got as well. I love different kinds of this. I never had the jalapeno version, definitely not from them. So that is on the vibe for today. I also got my Wakanda Diet Sprites because I stopped at the gas station just to get a couple of things, and a raspberry lemonade. So I'm not gonna hold y'all. Drop a thumbs up for your boy. Got some pita chips. I think I ordered extra pita, but I didn't get it. You know how I get down. You know how to DoorDash, bro. Anyway, but with that being said, let's get into the video, and I guess we will start off with the actual platter that got dented in the box. Yes, it came this way. I didn't do that. It came with a nice little healthy dent in it. I got the Euro and the chicken shawarma, you can see, as well as the rice with the pita. I get everything but the lettuce, so the tomatoes are in there as well. They give me one hot sauce. That's all I need, really, to be honest. They need to conserve that hot sauce because I don't use the hot. You gotta get the white sauce on there though. But I'm gonna try the shawarma first without the white sauce on it, just to see what the flavor is hitting for. So let me just take that real quick. White sauce OSW. Nice touch, by the way, with the utensils. Little plastic fork. They say you shouldn't eat these with a plastic fork or food, but if you ever had an actual NYC halal platter like this, they always come with this fork, unless you got one in your pocket. That's how this whole wave started. But here's the shawarma. Let's see what we're doing with this. It's good. I feel like I should have got the regular chicken and notice the difference. I think there definitely is a difference, though. I just can't tell you what it is. No. Their chicken is usually spiced a little bit differently. I notice it's sliced differently as well. So their regular chicken is usually cubed. And this looks like it definitely was sliced. Now, I don't know if they have a vertical spit. I didn't check in the restaurant or anything like that, but it is noticeably a different kind of chicken. Is it better or worse? I wouldn't honestly say it's better, but it's a nice little switch up. And then, oh, no, don't do that. I'm trying to be cute, but I don't want to spill this hot sauce like this, bro. I don't usually go crazy with the hot sauce. I like to go like a little bit with that. I know some of y'all really like your food like extra spicy, and that's cool, but I'm not that guy. I like my food spicy, but not where the spice tends to overpower the other seasonings and stuff like that. I spilled it on my phone. The thing that is missing is a spoon. All right, let's get in with the white sauce and the hot sauce, though. At this point, honestly, you just put anything and use their sauce and it's good. With the Euro meat, I still think the Euro meat's better than the chicken. Overall, it just has more flavor than the chicken. The chicken's not like crazy flavored, if you ask me. It gets carried by the white sauce. Where's my tomatoes? A little bit of that acid in there. There. Got y'all covered up with pita. I usually don't order chicken from places. I thought the shawarma might be like a huge difference, but does it taste like shawarma you would get from a place that like really is doing shawarma? No. I would still stick to the Euro meat. I did get it on an actual Euro as well, so I'm also going to try that. As far as the chicken goes, I'd probably give it like a 6.5. There's nothing like that stands out about it in my opinion. It's still good, but it's not like, you gotta go and get this because they have the chicken. If I was going there any other day, I would have still ordered the Euro meat. I just think it's better. Jalapeno hummus. Yeah, I can smell it. Nice. I got the pita chips instead of the pita. I thought I ordered extra pita. Let me check my receipt just to double check. Let's see. Extra pita bread. Yep, doesn't exist. That's cool. You know how I do that, man. I lost $1. There we go. Okay. There's a noticeable green tint to it as opposed to what you would normally get. Well done. Well done. Let me try it one more time, man. As far as the hummus goes, it's not spicy, but there's a jalapeno pepper taste. It's almost like they did it with fresh jalapeno, but took the seeds out. So it gives you the taste, but not the spice level. I was expecting something that had some sort of spice to it, but zero spice level. Like, zero. But it adds a little bit of a peppery taste that makes it still like a pleasant eat, as weird as it sounds. Let me try it with the pita. It's pretty good. I would eat this again for sure. Is it noticeably better than their regular hummus? No, I just think it has a nice little peppery thing that makes it enjoyable as a switch up, if that makes sense. They, for a chain restaurant, do a pretty good hummus. Everything tastes fresh with it. And I think it's better than like any of like the jarred ones that you tend to get. It's like they add something to it. I don't know if they're making it from scratch, but I can tell you that it tastes better than most jarred kinds, and that one is not an exception. I think it's good. Out of 10, same thing. A little over. I give it a 7. I would have given it a higher score, but I really did kind of want something kind of spicy. And that is like as spicy as their regular hummus. There's no spice. Also, the pita chips, kind of enjoy it. Also, try the shawarma. I forgot how I got this. No lettuce, extra tomato, added rice. So where's the chicken? There we go. We're pretty fat. Gotta go right in for the white sauce. I already know what it tastes like. They really did give me a lot of rice. I just asked for, did I ask for extra rice? No, I just asked for add rice. I'm not mad at you. I'll never get mad at you for giving me more rice. I think we might have to open another one. There we go. All right, dig in with the white sauce. Add the hot sauce maybe. It's not moving me to the level of moving me. Still good, but the Euro meat is so much better. They loaded me up on rice though. There's a lot of rice in here. And not that much chicken. Maybe I should have asked for extra chicken. They weren't playing. They're probably gonna get rid of the rice. It's 7:30. No, I don't know. Jesus. You smell my nose? No. Overall, it still works better in the platter, in my opinion. I feel like you definitely need a lot of white sauce with that chicken. The chicken that on the actual Euro was, there we go. Look, now we're getting in here. Let me take one more bite here. Yeah, it's okay. It's not great. I prefer their Euro, and they do have like a beef that they bring out every once in a while that I also think is good. Works the best on a platter with the white sauce for the hard carry. If you're a fan of halal, guys, I wouldn't really go out of my way to get this. I would stick to what, to me, they do best, which is the lamb. I even think their regular chicken might have more flavor. It just seems like they just cut it differently and said, okay, it's shawarma. So, a little bit of an L. But still, not disgusting, not nasty, not I'll never eat it again. I'm not going to spit it out, nothing like that. Still more than edible. On there, I would give it probably a 5.5. I would prefer it in the platter, which is a little better. Also got some raspberry, or this is cranberry lemonade. That's pretty good. That's kind of refreshing. That's kind of fresh. Is there mint in there? Bro, there's a hint of mint in here, bro. I'm telling you, I get the tartness, but I'm also getting mint at the end. And of course, you know I had to do this. The world famous Halal guys. This is, you get one piece, but this is $3. It's not as good as the other one. The one I had the other day from the Lebanese joint that was like homemade. But they've always made pretty good baklava. Again, I look at this on the level of how I would look at something that's like store-bought. I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this. I knew I liked this though. Every once in a while they got a chocolate one that's really good too. But if you've never had baklava, bro, I love it. It's so good, man. Even bad baklava is good. It's hard to mess up. It's just like a sugar bomb with phyllo dough. I've had overcooked baklava that I was like, you know, this is overcooked and it's like kind of rusty, but it still bangs. That is more than decent. Like on the pretty good level. On a baklava scale, like a 6-7 scale, 6.8. Not quite a 7, but you're almost there. Like how people throw out ratings. I'll give it a 7.2. Where did 0.2 come from? I started doing that because people said, what is the rating out of 10? I don't really rate things. I just describe it for you. But if I had to rate it, 6.8. Where did the 0.8 come from? Correct. There we go. Let me have some more of this and just we chill out a little bit. A little vibe check. Not a problem. No, in all seriousness, I don't mind rating things because at least it gives you an idea of where it stands. I wouldn't look too deep into it as far as like, if I give something a high 6, it's a high 6. Whether it's 0.8, 0.7, 0.9, there's still a system. So, I never was a person who really cared for number ratings, but I'm not opposed to doing it. That's why I started doing it more. So at least you know where I'm coming from. The thing that I've tried to do since I've started doing food videos, more than anything than the number, especially if you're watching this on YouTube, because this is more long format, you want the details. You know, the shorts and the smaller type of videos, they just want the point. So here, I think you get a better idea of why I like something because I will give you its pros and cons, almost like a list, to where the rating is kind of inconsequential. You'll have an idea by the time I'm done talking about it, how much I like it or not. As far as Halal guys goes, it's okay. It's good. Where we live though, there's just so many more homemade options that are better. It's like going to Chipotle or Qdoba, something like that, as opposed to going to like a taqueria, you know, where it's not as bad, but, or like, you know, a Pizza Hut over like a real pizzeria. So I never minded eating halal guys and stuff like this, but when I live so close to places where they really got like, you know, my man in the kitchen, it's hard to articulate stuff like this. But I will say, as far as bottling and white sauce, they've managed to come, like, they did it the best. But I think there's something to the inconsistency of going to a real place. I know it sounds weird, but when you go to these little delis, it depends on who makes the sauce that day. You might have more of a mayonnaise taste one day, the next day It tastes like tahini. I like little quirks like that. That's why I like restaurants. You know, mom and pop places where they might mess with something and it come out different and it's still good. And I don't know. I'm weird like that. I definitely understand the appeal of the consistency of a chain restaurant though. Every packet of that white sauce that I open up tastes exactly the same. And it's never going to be elite, but it's still always going to be very good. And pretty good is okay. So, I think there's something to be said about like some of these fast food chains and why some people may like them or don't like them. When you start getting into the fast casual category, which is what Halal Guys is. I've explained this a few times, but the way that I just like generalize food, if you walk into a restaurant and you can't get a meal for under $10, but they're serving you food that kind of is like pre-prepared and things of that nature, that's a fast casual chain. So Chipotle, Five Guys, Smash Burger, you get the idea. If I can walk in and pay under $10, that's fast food, because they'll have you out in 2 minutes. So, that's how I usually generalize things. So fast casual, I have a little bit more expectations, because one of these platters is going to run you over $10. And that's not a bad thing. I just expect a little more quality, because at that point, you're competing with places that can serve you, mom and pop type places that'll serve you something better than this in the same amount of time. That's why it's hard to find a fast casual chain that works when you have native food in your own area. So, for example, places like this, there are hundreds of places that serve platters that are homemade within 10 miles of where I live. You can go into New York City and there's even more. But they're serving the same types of food for the same price, and you have access to it the same way. They're even open later in some cases. I can get one of these at 3 o'clock in the morning around here. So, I can understand that. But if I live in Kentucky, you might not have access to this. So this might taste like, you know, the truth. So that's why I don't mind places like this, as long as people can kind of understand that. When I lived in the Midwest, I ate Papa John's and Domino's and Pizza Hut. That was the only place I can get pizza. They don't have pizza like that, like I have it here. So, until I started doing YouTube videos, I hadn't had Pizza Hut in like probably 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Because of that. I've come to appreciate it for a different reason now. I don't even know how many of you guys have a Halal Guys or a place that serves platters like this near you. Whereas me, no joking, if I type in halal platter and put like a 5-10 mile radius, long line. So that's kind of where the thing comes in, that some people are like, oh, this place is good, this place is not good, you know, there's better places. I completely understand where you're coming from, but what I've tried to do on this channel is be neutral about that and understand that some people don't have access to food like that around here, you know. So I don't want them to be like, oh, because someone's from Alaska, like, how are you going to get access to this? You think you got platters in Alaska? Or is it just like elk? It's a question of the day. Anybody from Alaska? I'd go to Alaska. Probably freeze my ass. You think there's black people in Alaska? No, there is. I saw one on TikTok. He was out there. He's like, yo, it's cold. I said, I know, man. I'm here with you. I'm standing right here. Not me. It's 30 degrees out right now. Cold. I realized today, 30 degrees is my threshold. Anything under, like if it's 25 degrees, now it's too cold for me. 30 is cold. Like, okay, I'm cold now. Like, chill out. Once it gets to like 28, I'm done. That's like where it's the weather's like, stop playing. I'm not saying I walk outside in 30 degrees with no jacket. I'm saying at 30 30 degrees, like 32 degrees, right there I'm like, okay, I'm cold out. We gotta bundle up before I walk out the door. If it's 25 degrees at that point, I don't even want to go outside. I'm done. I realized that today. And on the heat level, for me, I think it's about 82. 82. 85 is too hot. 90 is way too hot. But 78, sunny, all day. I'll take that weather all year. That's my threshold. Anything in between, and this is New Jersey, we get everything. Anything in between, I can live with it. Like 55 degrees, I'll live with it. Throw on a hoodie, pair of shorts, I'm out the door. You know what I'm saying? 45 degrees, don't want a hoodie. Now it's no shorts, you gotta move to the pants, out the door. 30 degrees, pants, short, jacket. Right? Got the hoodie, put the jacket on the hoodie, out the door. 25, now I gotta put the winter hat. I always got a beanie on, but no, now you start thinking about like the scarves, and I don't wanna do all that. And the other way around, when it's too hot, I don't want to do that either. When you go outside and you start sweating within 2 minutes, like I'm good. I'm not built for that. To be out there, sun just beaming on you. The sun is scary, bro. That thing's way too far away to be being that hot. Like, do y'all realize how far the sun is? That we feel it on here. I know you see it, but it's not that close, bro. It's far. Like, you couldn't get there in an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like, that thing is heating up a whole earth and further. From that far away. No. I don't want to start getting too philosophical, because if you start getting to the point that we're floating on a rock in space, doing rotate, it's weird. Like, we've been spinning in this circle for like a million years? Millions of years at this point? I don't know. You get what I'm saying. I don't want to go too far because my brain's going to explode. But, that was the video. I had the whole thing. Ate a lot of my food, which is good. Trying to eat a little bit. Got to chill out, talk a little bit, give you a little behind the scenes action, stuff like that. So now I got to do all my other stuff that I'm doing. Got a little Christmas shopping. You know, it's that time of year where you got to start buying people stuff. Once you get old, you don't get gifts no more. You just buy people stuff. But I like it. It's like king claws. What are we saying? Anyway, we'll be back though. You're in the vibes. Tomorrow, more content. I love y'all. The hand signs. They made it to YouTube.